Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So I am reading from the Gleaner, and I'm not going to read the entire story because I want you to go to the Gleaner, shout out to the Gleaner, and I want you to read the story for yourself. Now here we are to talk about dancehall music and its violent lyrics and its contribution to what is going on in Jamaica, the spike in murder rate, the attitude of the younger youths, them, as far as slap a gunshot in your face, bust off a boy head, them kind of thing there, and say it so casually because they hear it on in their favorite songs from their favorite artists pretty much on a daily basis. So this piece now I'm taking from Jamaica Gleaner on IG because I follow them on IG. So Leroy Dixon, who's the author, says, "Do we really therefore have to question why people routinely empty their magazines into the faces of others, leaving them on the street to die like dogs, bust out the head of others while spraying their rifles regardless of who they hit or who they may hit, when this is exactly what our heroes such as Popcorn suggest they should do?" Now, they use Popcorn, and the first thing I thought to myself is, why did they single out Popcorn only, right, when there are many other artists with graphic lyrics as well? But let's get into the comment section. You know, I have a saying that they blame all the ills of society on dancehall music, and since Vybz Kartel himself is the leader of that genre, dancehall music, then he is where he is, not because of a case that was tight against him, but because this right here, right? So Kartel gone to prison, and since he's been gone, the murder rate has skyrocketed even more, even though they claim that he was the one that was responsible for certain things. Anyway, let's read some of these comments. So Jamaica Gleaner says, "I had the great displeasure of driving with my son recently and listening to the most disgusting, violence-provoking music by one of the island's top dancehall artists, Popcorn. So disturbed was I that having reached home, I had to look up the lyrics to the song I had listened to, titled El Chapo, and I saw in parts the following: bullet in a face, no feet left, shell on the street, make be a squaddy see it, slap out them head pon the freeway, empty the intratech in your PP. Having reflected on the absolute filth I heard and subsequently read, I was clear in my thoughts that such music must play a large part in the violent culture that sadly exists in our society. After all, if the Popcorns of this world are being revered and emulated as role models in the inner city communities, and if he and others behave in such an irresponsible manner, it is little wonder why life is so cheap nowadays." And of course you can catch the rest of that, whatever he had to say, on the Star. Just look up, the Gleaner, sorry, big up to the Star too, but this is from the Gleaner. So just go look up the Gleaner and look up the headline for this and read the rest of that for yourself. Anyways, I am going into the comment section on this one. So let's, without further ado, go into the comment section and let's see where it takes us, because you know people are going to be in them feelings and you can't say nothing too tough to my people. Anyway, some people might have a point and some might not. So Slim Cindy says, "So why Poppy though? Poppy is Popcorn. KMFT, for those of you who don't know what that means, it means kiss me teeth. Another upped noise maker. Yet we all glorify Hollywood movies and rap music and carnival. Thank you. Next." And I must say that is very hypocritical and very true. Very hypocritical of our people, our leaders, and very true as well. I've seen things happen in carnival where, first of all, I've seen the leaders of Jamaica and politicians and people in positions of power dress up, put on their carnival outfits, and a lot of them even fly out of Jamaica and go to like Trinidad and Barbados for crop over and all these other things, and they skin out, them go on wild and dirty, and we see pictures and videos surface and come back to us, right? Even if they weren't there though, they see the behavior that happens at Carnival. Yet still, they condemn dancehall for the same behaviors, claiming that the women are skimpily dressed and over-sexualized, and the men them just fling around the woman, them gyrate upon them, when that is exactly the same thing what Carnival is all about. I mean, let's keep it 100% real. I don't even listen to soca music, Carnival music, just for the simple fact that it's a principle that I take a stand against. Because if you're going to disrespect dancehall music, then and still side with Carnival, then there's a bigger issue there for me. Dancehall music represent the ghettos of Jamaica, honestly, right? So are you saying that the ghettos of Jamaica, the people them, the youth them, their creation means nothing, and you put Carnival over that? It's deeper. And then let's talk about the Hollywood movies and rap music. Rappers sing about killing all the time. I don't know nobody who kill more people in our song than rappers, right? And Hollywood movies, come on now, people get murdered on screen like on a regular basis. Yet we sit, we watch these movies, then we word of mouth advertise it. Tell our friends, yo, you said the latest movie from so-and-so? I said, dog, the man killed about 50 man in there, you know. Slap out the bread. All the part where him that rape the girl. Yo, that part, they sick, dog, you have to see the movie. That kind of state. We glorify other people's nastiness. But when it comes to us and our own that we call nasty, we just need to be a little bit nasty, and we go overboard with it. So I fully understand that, and I can't be a hypocrite. So Basil Saunders said, what's your take on Hollywood action movies? I would like to read your reviews on those as well, or your views on those as well. Or it's safe to say that watching violence is safer than listening to descriptive lyrics of violent acts. In other words, Mr. Solitude said, them always a look artists for blame or for people's behavior, as if several factors make people do what them do. Yes, and I agree, several factors like growing up with a young mother that didn't know how to raise you properly, having no support from a community, influences within the community, everybody mad, sick, head no good, them gangster. Let's talk about limited opportunities to excel, and all kind of something is to be involved in this as well. And yes, I am one of them that said the music plays a part, but the music is more after the fact. You understand? So the music is more like a justification for, like, if a youth make up his mind already, say him a top shotter and him a killer, and him a gonna make money out a road by killing people and doing this and that, then guess what? He has a set of music that will glorify what he does or his system of beliefs. And that is where I draw the line. And I'm saying that's how the music contributes. The music don't make you kill nobody. I've been listening to killy music since I was a kid. I'm a big man now, and I haven't killed anybody yet that, you know what I'm saying? I don't walk up and kill nobody. I haven't sold drugs. I haven't been on the road. I haven't been to prison. I don't do none of them things there. Anyway, Nicky Z Official says, how the hell they single out Popcorn? Do they also pay attention to his message of family? To the fact that he gives us so much money to communities and the kids? Hell, he funded without pause the full fee to take the kids from Walker's home to see Black Panther, and even made a video for them to encourage them to stay strong. Keep a school treat each year. Wow. Keeps a school treat each year, yet you write this. And yes, Nicky Z, as you know, they never glorify the good, they do only the bad. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Oh boy, here we go. Blame crime and violence on dancehall music once again. Alright? Now, my last comment before I finish what I have to say is this. China says, I understand because I felt my blood run cold hearing it the first time I heard it too. As parents, you have to become more mindful of what filters through children's ears. It is not a question of why not bash other countries and their violent output, but of our own country and its output. If we are to produce anything, let us be mindful of the message we send to the children. When you are young and carefree, nothing is of consequences. But as a parent, your senses are at their peak. Fans of the entertainer, be kind and do not bash the author. Read with comprehension and look at a fresh perspective. A difference in opinion does not have to result in disrespect. That, wow, I'm glad I read that comment right there, because that is my whole thing. A difference of opinion does not have to end in disrespect. And again, we're talking about the new generation here. Suck your mother. That's their favorite talk. They say it just because, when for some of us who are grown people, you know what I'm saying? I mean grown, I mean you're over 22. You understand that that is a derogatory term at someone's mother, a big disrespect, etc., etc. But anyways, let me close this off by saying this. Vybz Kartel, again, and I have to mention him, my favorite artist out of dancehall music, right? He has many songs that encourages girls and encourages boys specifically and individually. He talked to the guys and he talked to the females. And remember, I'm going to tell you this, a lot of these young youth, they're not even listening to their parents anymore. They're more listening to their favorite entertainers. So what he does is a method of giving them the sugar with the medicine, I would say, because they're already into the skin out, the broke out, and the gun music and all that. So he gives them that, right? But then he gives them songs like Stand Strong, Stand Up Like a Man. You must listen to Stand Strong from Vybz Kartel, and you must know that Stand Strong is not the only song that Kartel sings that has no curse words in it and is full of upliftment and encouragement for the youths. You know what I'm saying? For his people, the race on a whole. So to just single them out and act as if that is the only type of music they sing, or that is their end-all, be-all, and their very existence, then that in itself is very hypocritical. At the same time, I think that politicians on a whole and upper society people, or those who work for them, like people who work at a newspaper and them think that only work for the people who own the newspaper. So you have to pretty much bring the owners of your newspaper's beliefs across. And if they think that dancehall music is derogatory for the most part, then you have to also relay that sentiment to us, which we don't firmly believe all the way. So what we do believe is that y'all need to start printing some articles that hold the politicians that have been elected to do certain things to better the country, hold them accountable. Hold them accountable for things like, how come we don't have no DNA database, national database in Jamaica after all this time? How come we're still not seeing CCTV with a central monitoring point after all this time? Gunshots still a bust randomly, man just get pull up on yang, man dead, multiple gunshots, double murders, and people escape on waiting motorcycle or off in nearby bushes still. So many unsolved murders in the country, which emboldens murderers to think that they can continue to do this because man have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 bodies. You know what I'm saying? And nobody is catching him. So fix those problems before you start talking about the lyrics in dancehall music. Some countries have gone as far as to watch what they import into the country as far as movies go, as far as outside material, rap videos, Hollywood movies, censor them if that's the case. You can't sit down and watch a Hollywood movie where man get on screen and slap out 10 people brain in a one room, blood all over the room, and then you're telling me about don't listen to dancehall music because it's corrupted, because in this part he says slap gunshot in a boy face. Well, hell, he might be getting it from the doggone movies that you say nothing about. So this is a multi-headed demon that we have to confront. Now what I want my audience to do is leave in the comment section, do you think that dancehall music plays a role in the destruction of our society as far as the shaping of the mind frame of the youths, as far as spiking murder rates and so on and so forth? Is dancehall music to be blamed for this? Alright, and I'll see you in the comment section. And remember, just like this person right here just said, a disagreement does not have to end with disrespect. See there? A difference in opinions does not have to result in disrespect. So keep it clean in the comment section and make we talk about it. I'm out. Peace.